G'day and welcome to Hazy Bones Barbecue. My name's Camo and today I'm going to show you how I make the Mississippi Sando. This is based off a Mississippi pot roast, which is chuck steak, a bunch of seasonings, slow cooked and then served on rice or mashed potato. Today I'm going to make it in a sandwich because it's nice and easy to share with your mates. It's really fun to make. So follow me, I'll show you how the steps are done and we'll get to cooking. Rightio, to start off with you need chuck steak. Now usually I buy one large piece of chuck steak, but the butcher only had smaller bits, so this is what I ended up with. 2 smaller bits, not the end of the world, and it's a really simple process. All we need is salt and pepper. Don't need to go too heavy on it, so I'm just going to give it a light covering here. I'm using 16 mashed black pepper, again, nice coarse pepper, the same I use for all my briskets. And nice cooking salt here. Don't need to go too hard. There's going to be a lot more seasonings, a lot more flavors coming along, so you don't need to worry about getting all the sides, all the crevices. All you want is something for the smoke to stick to. And that should do it. So I'll set up the Acorn now for how I'm going to cook this. I want to cook it nice and slow, so we're going to go for about a 4-hour cook, 2 hours smoking, and then 2 hours in the Crockpot / Dutch oven, whatever you want to call it. So let's get the Acorn set up. Okay, so we're going to use the Char-Griller Acorn today. I'm using this because it holds temp really well, and that's what I want. I want to hold it at 275 Fahrenheit, 135 degrees centigrade, and I want to hold that through the entire cook. So what I've done, I had a cook the other night. I've still got some leftover briquettes. Most of them are still pretty good. So I've just heated up a few briquettes here, and what I'll do, I'm going to tip them in. And that will catch all the other ones on. Got a piece of peach wood here, so I'm just going to chuck that just off to the side. And now we'll just wait till it warms up. So my temperature is now close to 275 Fahrenheit, 135 centigrade. So I'm going to get the chuck steaks on. I've got the heat beads on this side, so I'm going to put the chuck steaks on the other side. Nice little sizzle. All right, I'll close the lid and we'll be checking on these in about 1 hour just to see how they're going. Okay, so it's been 1 hour. Let's just have a quick look. Temperature's still sitting exactly where it wants to be. Now that's looking pretty good. We're getting some dryness, still a bit moist there, so the colour's coming through nicely. I think I'll give another maybe half an hour, 40 minutes, and we'll see where we're at, but we're getting pretty close. Okay, so it's been a little bit over an hour and a half, and these things are looking ready to go. So usually, as I said, I get a thicker, bigger chuck, so I've just got 2, but I'm really happy with how that's looking. There's a really nice colouring on that. You can see it's going to look really good. Bark set. So what we need to do now is get these into a crock pot with a bunch of seasonings, and I'll show you how that's done. So the next step, we're going to take the chuck steaks off, we're going to put it into this crock pot / Dutch oven / whatever you want to call it, and we're going to put a few things in. So I'll explain what I'm going to do, then I'll show you. So we're going to slice an onion up, we're going to put seasonings in. We've got onion, we've got garlic, we've got dill, we've got chives and parsley, mustard powder, and we're going to put in a pack of gravy. This is a pepper gravy. We're going to do a really big chunk of butter, maybe even 2 big chunks. And like I always say at Hazy Bones, we're not here to make health food, we're here to make hell good food. So lots of butter, and then these little bad boys, mild peppers. I'm going to put a bunch of those in with some of the juice, and we'll let that cook back in the smoker for another hour and a half to 2 hours, and then hopefully by then we'll have to shred the meat and pull it all apart, and it'll be absolutely delicious. Okay, so here's how we're going to layer it. We're going to put the onion all down the bottom, just make sure it spreads evenly all over the bottom. Then we want to grab the chuck steaks, or chuck steak, depending on which one you end up using. Got all those seasonings here. I'm just going to mix them through. And and butter. As I mentioned, 1, 2 nice big slabs that's going to melt through. We're also going to chuck in the mild peppers with a nice amount of juice. So you want about a handful. And last but not least, the gravy mix. Whole packet. Alright, that looks amazing. So I'll put the lid on, we'll get it back in the smoker, and we'll check on it after an hour. We might flip it around and just see how it's all cooking, but away we go. Okay, so it's been about an hour, and we're still holding about that 275, maybe a little bit higher, which is fine by me. Let's have a look. I think we're time to flip these chuck steaks. They're starting to look absolutely amazing, that butter. We're in for one treat today. I'm looking forward to this. That smell is so delicious. So I'll close the lid, we'll put it back on, we'll go for another 40 minutes to an hour, and I'll do a bit of a temp check, and then we'll be ready to pull and make some awesome Mississippi Sandos. Okay, so it's been another hour, so I've had 2 hours total in the Crockpot Dutch oven. And this looks amazing. Now my instant probe has just died on me, so I'm just going with another probe. I just want to see how easily. Yeah, that just it's almost falling apart there. It's pretty lovely. And temperature wise, we're at 98 degrees. That is 96 degrees. So yeah, we're definitely ready to shred and pull. So I'll get that set up, and we'll shred and get this Mississippi Sando made. Okay, so it's now time to shred the meat. That smell is absolutely amazing. So this chuck steak's falling apart in my fingers pretty much. So you can shred it however you like. I've got 2 forks here, I'm just going to use those. So what I've got here is a nice French breadstick. So you want something that's fairly nice and dense. I've got some provolone cheese here. You can use any cheese you want. I just saw that in the deli today, thought it looked nice. So let's build the Sando. So there's some really nice crunchy bits from the bark. The smell of this is absolutely amazing. Now what I want to do is get some of these peppers. I'm just going to pinch the tips off. Don't want to be eating those. Yeah, one more for good luck, I reckon. Beautiful. And last but not least, let's spoon some of that butter and goodness all over. There we go. What an amazing looking sandwich. I'm looking forward to trying this. I'll do a bit of a clean up and then we'll do a taste test. Okay, so we're all cleaned up. We've got the Sando ready to go. Cheese has started to melt because of the warmth of the chuck steak there. The butter and these little peppers and the bread all make this such an amazing combination. We really need to try this. There's no sandwich out there quite like this, and guarantee if you make this you will impress your friends. Go out there, get some chuck steak, light your Weber, light your smoker. It's really simple, as you can see. If you've liked what I've done today, please click the like button, and if you haven't already, click the subscribe button. Share with your friends. Let's get the message out there. Barbecue is not that hard, and we can all have a bit of fun together. I'm going to go enjoy this sandwich. Have a good day.